Hour back with you, Memorial Auditorium in Buffalo. The Penguins and Sabres tie again at 4-4 with the point earned on the road. Pittsburgh now in third place ahead of Washington and Los Angeles. And right now, let's go down to the ice, the old gunner with Dave Schultz.
All right. Thank you very much, Jim and Terry. Another tie here, and honest to goodness, Dave Schultz, we played him 6 straight games now with 6 straight ties, 18 overall.
Well, I thought we deserved a tie. We got a lucky goal at the end there, but I thought we deserved it. They got the one on killing penalty, which is kind of a luck thing, but they're good at it. Ramsey scores a lot of shorthanded goals, so we should have been watching for a little closer, I guess, but we played well here tonight. There's no doubt about it, and I'm glad we got a point out of it.
Well, I am too, and it certainly keeps the streak going. You've won 2 of the last 3, which means that we haven't been beaten in this one, so that's a little better going. One thing I'd like to ask you first about the baby boy, and everybody's well in the Schultz family?
Very well. The little guy's doing fine, and his mother's doing just as well.
All right, now what did you name the little youngster?
We named him Brett Robert.
Brett Robert. The only thing you got out of that was Schultz, right?
That's right. Well,
and
our first son was Chad David, so I'm satisfied.
Well, all right. You know, one thing, Hammer, I think that's kind of interesting. Hadfield said the only thing about it is he hoped the baby didn't look like you.
I was sitting at home watching that, and I got a good chuckle out of it. Well, I guess my son, if he didn't get my looks, he got my wife's mother's looks and my brains, I guess.
Well, she's a very beautiful lady, and I think your wife has brains, too. Let me ask you one thing. Do you feel now that the team's beginning to gel a little better, David? You seem to have the line settled. You're moving along much better?
Well, I'm really impressed with our attitude. Well, we never gave up tonight. We, played a game last night and came right in here, and of course, we always, over the last couple of years, we've done pretty well in this building, and we just have the confidence, and the guys are always, I'm just comparing from last season. I see so much more, and that's not counting the talent. Just the whole feeling, and everyone's, a lot of joking around, and even when we were losing, nobody really got on each other. We were a bunch of new players put together, and we learned a lot. We lost together. Now we're going to try and win together, and we've got some good leaders on the club, and everyone, some of the guys, Shepard and Talon, have just really fit in well. They're always joking, keep everybody on, laughing and happy, and as well as Pete Mahovlich and a number of the guys, and everybody just joins in. And it's fun. We're having a good time.
Well, one of the things, too, Dave, you can see now, as an example, in the first period, you jumped off to a 2-0 lead. You had a couple of shots that right on there where you might have been able to nail them, and you hit a couple of bars in the post, as they did, too. But the thing is, you seem to now know where each other is on the ice. You seem to be skating more like a unit than you were earlier in the year.
Well, it takes time. Because of the new players, and then with Rick Keogh getting injured, and then Shepard coming late into the season, Johnny's had to switch lines, and some guys, we've got extra guys, and I like that in a way because it keeps everybody sharp, and not everybody can play. I think everybody in this club is capable of playing a regular shift, but obviously we can't, and so everyone has to stay ready, and if one guy isn't going one night, fine, another guy go out there and pick it up for us, and that's what we're doing, and Shepard came in late, as I said, and he's just got into shape, and so it takes a while to adjust to learn how each player plays, and I think, really, to me, our biggest thing is our defense. I mean, we are playing ever since we got bombed by Boston, we said, why don't we play like Boston? They just throw it out, and that's what we've been doing. We might even at home, I know one game we were icing a little bit in the first period against Detroit, and the fans were kind of getting on us because they didn't think we were doing much, but we never gave them nothing. And it's no fun when you go into their end zone and they shoot right back out. And that's been the key to our game so far, and I think that's why we've been so successful. Well, we haven't been great, but we've been playing fairly well.
But you do see a great improvement in the ball club over what you saw last year and earlier this season.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I just hope that the fans will stick with us, and I would love, to just all of a sudden, just like Atlanta. What happened in Atlanta was one of the best things that could happen to the National Hockey League this year. They were in financial trouble, and all of a sudden they're lost one game in about 14. And if we could, the Pittsburgh Penguins, I'm not saying we're going to go 10 in a row, but just get that, work hard like we have. It's got to come. And I just like to get that attitude, a great attitude for hockey in Pittsburgh. And And, I mean, the fans have been super. I don't think there's been enough of them, but I can understand because we haven't played as great as we should have and haven't been winning. And football, the Steelers are doing so well. I just hope by Christmas time and after Christmas, we just fill that rink and they're just playing some good hockey.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be doing that, Dave. I'm going to let you go because you're perspiring rather heavily. I do want to say two things. One, you switched over to right wing. That isn't bothering you at all.
Well, you know, it took a little adjusting. I just want to play regular. I know I'm going to have to sit out sometimes.
Let's get out of the way of the ice machine.
And,
yeah, go ahead, Dave.
I'll play wherever I can help the club. However I can help the club. As long as we're winning, playing well, you know, I just want to be a part of it. And I want to be a part of it all when the Pens really play some super hockey in the Civic Arena.
Well, they're starting to do that. I'd like to give you this, Dave Schultz, a gift from Campbell's, famous for diamonds for 56 years. They got 4 beautiful stores, Liberty Avenue, East Liberty, North Side, Washington Mall. Take Mother down there and have a good time shopping. And thank you very much for being with us, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Dave Schultz, the Hammer, who is really a great team man. It's really wonderful to have you aboard.
I got a couple of these guys now here.
All right, okay. Dave Schultz is going after a couple of guys with that hockey stick. And, brother, they better take a good look. They're after the Hammer, but the Hammer just made a joking remark, Kathy. He's not going after anybody. He's just going to skate on in. We picked up a big tie. It's really wonderful. Now, we got another great